Hi everyone, Ray from Pro String again. We're going to do a racket tutorial, racket restringing tutorial on a Tecnifibre Carboflex 125 Airshaft. Obviously squash racket, as you guys can see. So we're going to crack on with it. I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment today. It's the first time I'm going to do a 4-knot. I think it's the first time I'm going to do a 4-knot restringing job on a squash racket, and that's surely because I have so much leftover string from a couple reels, and I just don't want to throw away the string. It's just pointless. I've looked at my options on this racket, and it's very doable. Shouldn't be an issue. So it is a 14-18, as all Carboflexes, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. At least the 125s are, the 130s and the 135s I believe as well. So we've got our first two main strings, and we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mains more. We've already got our first two in the middle, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, I've already, maybe you can't see, but I've pre-measured the string. I've got loads of it, so I took advantage and just put it in. But yeah, you can do exactly as I'm doing now for a two-piece job, a four-knot job, and there you go. Actually, I'm slightly off. I have so much string, I'm not going to have any problems, but let's be safe rather than sorry. There we go. Now it's completely even, just a few inches off from one another, and client has requested a balance of control and power because of the new grommets that I've installed on the racket just moments ago. I did make a video of it, which I will be also uploading on YouTube. We're going to go for 27 pounds just to be safe, because there's lots of tension loss when you're adding new grommets. So here we go. This will be our first 3 mains to one side, always not pulling more than 3 mains to each side, compensating your tension and stringing symmetrically. And there's number 3. And then we go on and we do exactly the same thing to the other side. Sleeves a little bit. This hoodie is one size too big for me. Bought it in a large accidentally. Should have been a medium. Anyway. And number 3. So we're gonna end up tying 2 knots at the bottom for our finishing knots for our mains. Normally I string this racket bottom to top, and I'll probably just do the same as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No skipping any holes, but you are going to skip now for our 7th main. Sorry, 6th main. We skip 1 hole at the bottom, but not at the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No skipping at the top, but we do skip at the bottom. So like I said, I just changed the grommets, but I only changed the grommets and the head guard at the top. I left the bottom half with the old grommets. It's still in very good condition. So it's just pointless to do that now. I'm going to give the clients the leftover grommets, and if they go in the future and they crack or break, you still got a nice half a set of the grommets. You don't have to do that if you feel like changing all of them or not. You can change all of them and not give the client anything, and then it's all fresh. Or you can decide to change like I've done, give the client the other half of the grommet set so you can use in the future. The way this guy uses his racket, I know it's a guy because of the label on the name on the label, FYI, is sheerly, I mean, if you look for the video, you'll see that just the grommet was just destroyed. I mean, there was no grommet. There was no grommet left. There was a small piece down here and down here. I was shocked when I saw it. I was shocked. I was like, did this guy not know? I mean, I guess a lot of people don't know that you can change grommets, which is fair enough. Not everybody has a massive amount of knowledge about any kind of restringing or stuff like that, which is it's acceptable. There's nothing wrong with that. It's how we learn. Us as stringers, we try to educate our clients as best to our ability. And I don't like stringing rackets with broken grommets. I don't like stringing rackets, or at least tell the client. I mean, you could have a really bad, you could have a head guard in a really bad condition and the inside grommets are fine. But I'll tell my client, listen, if you're planning on keeping your racket for much longer, then I highly advise going for a new head guard for the sake of £20. It's a £140 racket, 130, 40, 50 pound racket for the sake of £20, which is what I charge for the grommet in itself. I'll buy the grommet for the client, and then just double checking on time. My knot's in the same place. Yep, all good. I'll let them know that, you know, new grommet cost X, Y, Z, and then they can have the choice to do it or not do it, like I did today with a tennis racket. The grommets are in terrible condition. One here, cracked one there, broke one there, and not the other side's okay. There's about 4 or 5 in a row almost. That should be changed. Client decided to say no, maybe next time, which is fine as well. I did tell them the string might break on you. It may not. It's unlikely it'll break, but you know, why risk it for the sake of that's a 200 pound racket, that Wilson Pro stuff there. But each to their own, right? Each to their own. So I've added £2 extra, just a reminder, I added £2 extra to the tension because of the new grommets I've added at the top. So I will probably drop the tension somewhere after the head guard because it's unnecessary, because these ones are not new. And I'm looking for string, yes. Let's start with this piece of string here. Oh dear. Which is nicely wrapped around the tripod legs or base. Cool. Let's see. Let's go back there. 18 crosses. I should have plenty with this. Another piece, and I've got 2 more pieces. It's just sometimes you finish a reel and you don't have enough. Just store it. Put it away. Be creative in a professional way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Got plenty. I mean, plenty, no, the next level of plenty. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5. Fine. I mean, I need 12.5 to do a racket with 1 piece or two knots for this kind of Carboflex, for example. No, we're going to start from the bottom. No, I'll tell you what. So if we come through here, tie the knot down, it's going to be exactly fine. Yeah, we're going to stay here. All good in the hood. I'm just thinking out the box a little bit. All good. So of course, 4 knots creates a bit more overlapping of strings on the side here, but I'm going to make it look as good as possible. So I have to say the Tecnifibre Carboflex line or collection is definitely a bestseller. I sell quite a few of them. I'm actually a Tecnifibre distributor as well. So if you want to buy anything from Tecnifibre anywhere in the UK, we do ship anywhere in the UK. So reach out to us by email, pro-string.com. Find us on Instagram, pro-string, or email ray@pro-string.com. Or you can just ask me for contact details here below in the comment box. Very nice string this as well, Tecnifibre 305. This is the best selling string by far, so far. Checking my work here. It's sticking out quite a bit. I don't like that. So like I said, this is the first time I do 4 knots on a squash racket, and I think I'm gonna have to go back. I don't like the way that looks. I've gone in between, so hopefully you guys can maybe see. I've gone in between 2 main strings, but I'm not too happy with that, so I'm gonna figure out a better way. The client won't realize, I know they won't, but it's not about the client not realizing, it's about me doing the right thing. I'm trying to make it look as good as possible, and even though it's gonna take me, it's gonna add 2 more minutes to my time. You can see even when I'm taking the string out, I've got so much string. I'm gonna measure it actually. So this should actually go above. Let's see. The other side looks so good. This side, all right, okay. I get it. But no, they don't got it. That side looks like that. Cool. This side. Okay. That's where I go. And what about over? I'm just trying to get the string to lay nice and flush, which it is at the moment, but it interesting. Alright, just go on this side. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to change the sides. It'll look better on that side. This side's being a bit of a pain. The string will just be sticking out a little bit too much for my liking. So like I said, no one's really going to realize, apart from myself. But hey, if it bothers me, then I may not be able to sleep tonight. Which I should be already. 12:09 a.m. guys. 12:09 a.m. London, UK time. Don't know if that's dedication or just crazy. Anyway, I'll be done in 10 minutes. Oh, but I'm gonna have the same problem here, aren't I? It looks like I may be defeated in what I'm trying to do. Maybe there's, anyway, let's see how it goes. This string is not cheap, hence the reason I'm trying to salvage it as well. I will do another video when I get another Carboflex in, which it'll probably be tomorrow or the day after. I get a few Carboflexes every week pretty much. I guess it's very popular. And I'll do a one piece normal job that I would normally do. I mean, I don't really advise 4 knots. I just wish that would sit up there. I'm trying to make it look as neat as possible, really. I've got way too much string. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I should have 4, so yeah, I can leave myself a nice piece for. Right, there you have it. Got rid of a little ½ meter at least or more of string, which is just a nuisance to have to be pulling through so much, and I'm still gonna have plenty left over as well, so get rid of my knot. I'm not going back anymore. Anyway, at least the tension's going to hold better on a 4 knot. Could have I done it up there? Actually down here. Again, it'll be exactly the same though. So I still have to come right, yeah, fine. Cool, sorry guys. Anyway, just like I said, it's a bit of an experiment here, which is going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. I don't think don't think I'm going to do it again, but surely because it's just my own OCD, I guess you could say. So over here, there's lots of string, but because this part of the racket doesn't touch the wall or the floor and squash, it's fine. It'll be okay. I mean, there's no crossovers, it's just more string than usual that I'm used to seeing on the outside over here, but it's fine. It's okay. I've never had anybody say anything about any kind of crossovers or anything like that. It's just me. It's just me. That reminds me of a funny story I encountered on Friday. Poor guy was a homeless guy, or I don't know. He was laying in the middle of an intersection for a 3-way intersection. The cars were driving around him. They wouldn't help him, so I stopped and helped him. He was so hammered. He was so hammered. You can see why people don't want to help. I get it, but you can't leave a human being in the middle of the road. Nobody's perfect. I went to buy a phone, the phone that I'm recording on now. 45 minutes later, I go back through the same place. I helped this older homeless gentleman. Guess where he was? In exactly the same place again. Laying in the middle of the intersection. That's like, no way. There was one guy on his phone trying to talk on the phone, trying to help him out. So I helped him out again and left him on the sidewalk, sat against a wall. Funny enough, right outside a rehab center, leaning on the window, let's say, of a rehab center. They wouldn't take him. They said we're not A&E, we're not emergency services. In other words, we only take people if they pay us, which I get it, it's a business. But yeah, society, my friends. Anyway, back to my stringing. one in front, always stringing one in front regardless, 1 piece, 2 piece, 2 knot, 4 knots. Just checking my the grommets, just making sure that's under, yeah, perfect. The grommets that I just installed a little while ago, just making sure there's a small piece of plastic that should go a certain way. Well, anyway, not far from finishing now, luckily, because I am tired. Head downstairs, shortly watch myself some Netflix, and fall asleep probably after about 10 minutes. Well, we've salvaged a really nice piece of string, 2 pieces of string. My colleague had them sat in the basement, I don't know why. Obviously made a mistake, or a couple ends of reels. Sometimes when you make a mistake and you have to go back or cut strings out, try to salvage it. Try to take the string out just slowly but surely and put it aside, and you may be able to use it again one day. I don't like waste, regardless how much it costs. Obviously, if it's something that's, you know, worthless, fine, fair enough. But if not, I'm putting that away for a while. Alright, our last cross here, guys. But yeah, normally I would string this racket with 2 knots, 1 piece, but again, trying to avoid waste. The client wanted this string, so there's not many rackets that have a smaller stringing pattern that requires less string, so I just wanted to get out of the way a little bit. I've upped my tension as I did every single time. I may have not mentioned it this time around, guys, sorry, but yes, 15%, despite being a squash racket. We do this in squash, tennis, and badminton. 15 to 20% higher on your finishing knots, not your starting knots. Remember that. All right. Well, someone else might have thrown that string in the garbage, in the bin, but you know what? Happy with that. More string, like I said, than I'm used to seeing here. It may look bad to you, it may not look that bad. I don't know, I'm not too keen on it, but would I have to do it again to save a piece of string like this? Yeah. Because the stringing job in itself is completely fine. It's just the aesthetics, which is a big one for me. But it's okay. Nothing wrong with it. New grommets, new strings, client should be happy. Because the state the racket was in when it got brought to me was not good. Very close to, probably not far away from making a hole. You can see this color here, that's just the paint job completely gone, where the head guard was no longer existing. And yeah, there you go. All good. Oh. Right guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Hopefully there was some useful knowledge there on a 4-knot 2-piece stringing for the Carboflex 125 Airshaft Tecnifibre. And that's a wrap, guys. Take care. Happy stringing. To the next video. Bye-bye.